Welcome once again. Right at the top of the hour, News Tonight at 10 is here. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. But before we delve into the bulletin, let us have the top stories. Tonight, President Villanova tours ginger-based factories and hailed President Museveni for steering development. First Lady Janet Museveni tours Mulago Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital. Uganda defeats Cameroon 2-0 in the first leg. Welcome once again, and thank you for allowing us into your space. Into the bulletin, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has expressed concerns over the delay on HIV vaccine production in the country and challenged scientists to up their game. Mr. Museveni made these remarks during the celebrations to mark 30 years of Joint Clinical Research Center GCRSC's excellence in research, clinical care, laboratory services, and capacity building.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged scientists in the country to work tirelessly to discover new insights, treatments, and lasting solutions to tackle the deadly HIV/AIDS in the country, especially in finding an HIV vaccine.
We really must get a vaccine. So I'm very glad with what Dr. Kitio is doing and her staff. And the other people because you know how much these vaccines can solve problems. In the other century, we had a very bad problem here of smallpox, kawali, omuze, they call it in our languages here. It killed a lot of people. In 1893, many people died during that epidemic of the smallpox. But when the vaccine was introduced, everything it disappeared. I don't think that smallpox even still exists now. So therefore, I challenge the scientists, especially our own scientists, to wake up and deal with these problems instead of just sitting and waiting for others to do the work.
Mr. Museveni appreciated the good work at Joint Clinical Research Center and pledged to support the JCRC Staff Circle with 100 million shillings and another 30 million shillings towards helping Nakandi.
Congratulate you people for forming the circle. Nange ngenda kutunda enumi zange nteekemu obukadde 10 mu sako. Ate kaweefube wa Nakandi ngenda kuteekamu obukadde 3.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, noted that approximately 1.4 million people living with HIV are accessing free antiretroviral drugs, stating that this was possible through numerous collaborations.
The improvement in the HIV statistics in our country has been achieved through a multi-sector approach and in partnership with our development partners. The Joint Clinical Research Center has made significant contribution on each step of the journey towards ending HIV/AIDS as a public health threat, and we expect it to make a significant contribution in the last mile of this journey in ending AIDS by 2030.
President Museveni, together with distinguished guests, launched the JCRC bone marrow transplant facility, laid a foundation stone, and signed off a master plan for the new proposed cell and gene therapy building. The president also unveiled Nakandi's new house, built by JCRC through its corporate social responsibility. Nakandi was diagnosed with HIV at the age of 3 years. The JCRC Executive Director, Dr. Kasese Kitio, says the JCRC is leading the first study in Africa to evaluate HIV drugs given as injections every 2 months instead of taking pills every day.
This 3-decade journey has been remarkable, filled with passion for the work we do, total dedication, and above all, the pursuit of excellence. The lab is the backbone of any healthcare institution. JCRC has been a leader in providing cutting-edge diagnostic and lab services.
JCRC was established in 1991 to provide a scientific solution to the ravaging HIV epidemic in the country.
Now, the president of Sao Tome, His Excellency Carlos Manuel Villanova, has today visited Nyanza Patch Limited, a fish processing and export company, Kira Aveco plant, and Nightail Textiles, all based in Jinja, Uganda. He appreciated President Museveni for his unwavering commitment in steering Uganda's development.
President Carlos Villanova of Sao Tome and Principe commenced his visit at the Kira Motors vehicle plant in Jinja district, where he was visibly impressed by Uganda's strides in the automotive industry. The Kira Motors Corporation Chief Executive Officer Paul Isaac Musasizi, together with other officials, welcomed the visiting president at the plant and informed him that the facility was established to champion the development of Uganda's domestic automotive value chain for job and wealth creation through technology transfer, supply chain localization, and contract manufacturing. From Kira Motors, the visiting president headed to Nyanza Patch Limited, a fish processing and export company. While at Nyanza, the plant's managing director Shaul Hamid informed His Excellency Villanova that their plant is one of the first fish processing plants in Uganda. Nyanza Patch sources its catch from Lake Victoria, processing about 20 tons of fish a day and a monthly total of 200 tons of finished products. President Villanova concluded his visit at Nightail Textiles factory, where he was received by the plant's general manager, Vani Kuma. The facility produces, among others, medical-grade cotton wool for both the local and regional markets. Concluding his visit, His Excellency Villanova revealed that he was delighted to visit all the plants in Jinja and hailed President Yoweri Museveni for these initiatives, saying they will go a long way in steering development.
I want to thank the government of Uganda through the Foreign Affairs Minister, His Excellency the President of the Republic, to give me the occasion to be here in these days and create conditions also to come here and visit this factory. So thank you very much, all of you.
After the tour, His Excellency Villanova left Uganda and he was seen off at Entebbe International Airport by the Foreign Affairs Minister, General Jeje Odong.
Now, the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, has appreciated the Ministry of Health and the administration of Mulago Specialized and Neonatal Hospital for the specialized treatment and care being given to women and children. After being taken on a tour guide of the hospital, Mrs. Museveni said people should not go to places looking for specialized services because the Women's Hospital has the services for all human.
The First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, Friday visited Mulago Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital. Mrs. Museveni was given a guided tour of the facility by the Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, who was in company of the Health Ministry Permanent Secretary, Dr. Diana Twine, and the Hospital Executive Director, Evelyn Nabunya. Among the places she visited was the Neonatal Intensive Unit.
To get the CT scan, and in future I believe with your assistance I'm going to get the MRI. To help increase the diagnostic. It's even safer for the mothers and for the babies. We do have ultrasound in this place.
The First Lady expressed pride and confidence in Uganda, saying the country has been rebuilt and provides excellent services.
We don't have to continue to run to go places to look for services that support life and support health, that those services are now here at Mulago. I only thank God and thank you immensely that you have trained personnel, you have qualified doctors, and we have equipment in here that can check the needs of life for people, and I am so grateful for having come today.
Mulago Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital provides a wide range of specialized services that include maternal-fetal medicine and neonatal intensive care services. The Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, says the country has witnessed remarkable decline in maternal mortality rates and neonatal mortality over the years.
Reduction in maternal mortality rate from 336 per 100,000 live births in 2016 to 189 per 100,000 live births in 2022 is a proof to the effectiveness of the initiatives undertaken here. Similarly, the steady decline in neonatal mortality rates from 27 per 1,000 births in 2016 to 22 per 1,000 births in 2022 underscores the unwavering commitment to ensuring the well-being of our newborns.
According to officials from the Ministry of Health, the Women's Hospital is the cheapest, with rates not commensurating to the services given. However, there are some challenges. The hospital faces a challenge of high maintenance costs since it uses high-level equipment. The hospital executive director has, however, revealed that the centre is to soon establish a vitro fertilization unit that will cater for couples with conceiving difficulties.
Operations are carried out in the theatre, like you saw, including laparoscopic surgery, which is keyhole surgery. We have even carried out hysterectomies or removal of a uterus through that keyhole surgery, which is great. Assisted reproductive technologies, for example, intrauterine insemination is being carried out. This one helps couples that have difficulty in conceiving, where the challenge is with the man.
This hospital was commissioned on 2nd October 2018 by His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I'm Nafka Farida in Mulago.
Now, the Prime Minister, Robina Nabanja, has appealed to the people of Kalungu district, especially the youth, to engage in commercial agriculture. Nabanja made the call after visiting several progressive farmers in Kalungu district who are earning a lot of money from farming. The Prime Minister visited farmers that included Haji Ishmael Diazi, a poultry farmer with over 60,000 layers, Haji Siraji Kafelo, a coffee farmer with at least 25 acres of productive coffee, and Aisha Sechindi, State Minister for Water and Member of Parliament for Kalungu District. The Prime Minister is leading other ministers in the districts of Kalungu, Bukomansimbi and Sembabule to mobilize farmers to engage in profitable farming. The Office of the Prime Minister under the Prime Minister's Delivery Unit, in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries and other line government agencies, organized the Agricultural Expo on advice of His Excellency President Museveni. The Agri-Business Expo brings together smallholder farmers, large-scale farmers, farmer associations, agriculture researchers and agri-business companies to exchange ideas on how best to improve production, productivity and profitability. Nabanja, while addressing the farmers at the farm of Haj Kafero, appealed to the youth to engage in agriculture because it is a sure way of creating sustainable wealth.
Uganda balina okubala ebintu nga bibiri, okuba n'omulimu gw'enkalakkalira nga buli season okungula n'ofuna n'okuba n'omulimu ogw'ekiseera bino ebimu bye tulimu bya kipakasi mulimu gwa kiseera saawa yonna gugwawo naye emmwanyi yo tegwawo. Yes, walimu oluusi lwabamu price fluctuation ebbeeyi neegiramu
nekyukakyuka
naye era osigala ng'ofuna osigala okola ki ofuna. So mwe abazze wanabo okukyala abatanaba kuyingira mu kulima mmwanyi abatanaba kuyingira mu kukola nga mukolera kakulya kubeerawo mujja kukaddiwa abavubuka mujja kukaddiwa nga muli mu kipakasi nga oli mu kipakasi buli kaseera bakukozesa bupakasi naye bw'osetolinga n'omanya kiki ekyetaagisa mukozese ebyokulabirako n'ebya hajona kikulu nnyo okubanga mwina ekyokulabirako ng'ono laba ennyumba gyazimbye emmwanyize $3,500,000 kale katulabe emirimu gyeko nga ne bw'ojjako 10 n'obiteeka kabina n'ogamba mundeetere ettooke embuzi eyo yonna njagala mu bulamba bwayo n'akafumito kaayo.
President Yoweri Museveni has reinstated Geraldine Ssali as the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. In a later dated 26 October 2023 addressed by the head of a public service, Lucy Nachobe, the president tasked the PSST Ramadan Govi to with immediate effect return Ssali as the accounting officer of the Ministry of Trade. Ssali was recently dropped from his position after Parliament report faulted for abuse of office. The move by the president to return Ssali has caused mixed reactions, questioning the fate of the Parliament's recommendations.
A report by the Parliamentary Committee on Trade, Tourism and Industry recommended that the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, Geraldine Ssali, be relieved of her duties after failing to account for the supplementary budget to the tune of 8 billion shillings, which was meant for renting of new office premises at Kingdom Kampala building. Despite all efforts to satisfy the MPs on the accountability of the financial year 2021-2022 budget, Geraldine Ssali faced the darkest clouds as the committee headed by Mwine Mpaka was not convinced by Ssali's submissions. This later witnessed final report recommending that PS Ssali through the DPP face prosecution over abuse of her authority and negligence of duty.
Mind you, this is a report that was unanimously passed. This is a report where as Parliament, we agreed that the permanent secretary of Trade, Geraldine Ssali, should be removed from the ministry. We agreed unanimously.
However, President Yoweri Museveni, in a brief letter dated 26 October 2023, addressed by the head of public service, Lucy Nachobe, to PSST Ramadan Ngobi, asked that PS Ssali be returned to her position with immediate effect.
As a leader, you need to know where you're going, because the moment the majority of the people who have no interests feel that you're not leading, you lose out, and they all lose out. So you can attack my personality if you want.
The letter, which has been publicized through various media outlets, has raised mixed reactions from a section of members of parliament.
The beauty is that we're operating still in a democracy, and there will be a vetting sitting here. Parliament is to vet all those who are appointed by the president. We are waiting for that moment.
So she could have gone against the procurement procedures and laws, but these are things that we should have sat on a round table and harmonize and think for guidance from the accounting officers. So it is a lesson to us that every time we do investigations, let's learn to go deeper and analyze.
On Geraldine, I think it is a big tide that the president wants to test the resolve of members of parliament. But I don't think that for us, we are about to give up. It's very, very critical that we send a clear signal that corruption is not a tenable matter.
Geraldine Ssali highly objected a move to shift the offices of the Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives from Farmers House to Kampala Kingdom, fronting the fact that the move would save taxpayers' money.
The Solicitor General allowed us to go through a restrictive bidding process to get a few service providers who would be able to do exactly that for us within the short time span that was left in Q4.
So it is always very important that before you rush to issue an instrument and say, please, from today onwards, I'm stopping as an accounting officer, think for guidance from the appointing authority. What the appointing authority do?
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Now, as we move ahead, security along highways from Kasese to Bwera has been enhanced with roadblocks aimed at preventing criminals from using the roads for terror activities. Police and UPDF have reportedly intercepted several wrong elements who are unable to identify themselves. Let's hear more in this report.
A number of roadblocks have been erected along Kasese Bwera Road, and every person plying the route is subjected to a thorough vehicle checkup, and all passengers, whether in the bus or taxi or even private vehicles, you are required to produce your national ID. And once there is suspicion, even if you present your national ID, you're more likely to be arrested. Now, this has been the situation ever since tragedies of losing lives were recorded in the Queen Elizabeth and also Mpondwe. I am told that at this specific Chikorongo roadblock, a number of alleged rebels have been intercepted and some exhibits recovered, including improvised explosive devices and even the powder used in the manufacturing of these IEDs.
Sasa kitu chingine ako roadblock huko mbele. Sasa ukiwa unaendesha watu mnaenda huko, tuambie wamekucheck, wanakuomba nini, unatembeanga na vitambulisho vyako?
Kwa roadblock. Kwa roadblock lazima wanayo, kama unabeba mtu mwenye hajulikane, lazima kwa namna wameona nani pichipichi nasimama kwa roadblock, wanamuuliza vitambulisho vyake kama ID, lazima anaonesha. Anapoonesha wanasema tuondoke. Hivyo.
The recent attack, you can look at it. The army had an ambush 300 meters away from where they burnt the truck, which implies they already knew. Somehow they had intelligence. Because there are so many, I still suspect there are some collaborators within the population. They may not be necessarily from Kasese, but there can be some people who are staying in Kasese, and you know, Ugandans, anyone is free to stay anyway. You cannot say, Kawa, why are you here? No, you have come here to, as a journalist, you're doing your business, but you can also be doing business for the what? For the enemy. So that is the biggest problem that I need to bring out. So that we don't keep blaming the army. We are dealing with guys who have been trained to do some work. So with the technology, we have now to use other tactics. The LOCs must be vigilant. They must ensure they have telephone numbers of all the commanders and intelligence officers of the army. And they must ensure that they move around their areas of jurisdiction to see whether they are suspicious people. All those are things now we need to revive, and then we re-energize.
It is up to God what he will do to those people who keep taking away people's lives. Some of them even claiming to be believers. But that is terribly questionable. You can't be a believer and be a killer at the same time.
So for now, the situation on the side of security is a little bit tough. There is an inconvenience, but this is a time where the members of the public really need to work with the security agencies to ensure that at least everyone is safe in all their operations and journeys. Ivan Kawa is my name, and I am currently in Kasese district.
Well, you can't be a believer and a killer at the same time. That was quite interesting. Now, Uganda is to maintain its open door policy for people running away from danger and seeking safety in the country. Minister for Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Engineer Hilary Onek, says refugees will remain part of Uganda's National Development Plan in all essential aspects of life. The assurance comes barely months to the upcoming Global Refugee Forum due to take place in Geneva, Switzerland in December 2023.
They are always welcomed whenever they seek safe haven in Uganda. This is all thanks to the open door policy on refugees that has earned the country global recognition. It is a position that Uganda intends to maintain in order to give troubled neighbors a second lease on life.
And because they are living in our country, when we are planning for services like infrastructure and others, we include their existence in our country. Since they are fellow human beings, they will also be needing the same services like us.
Essential needs, including food, education, water, health and shelter, among others, are top among those that continue to be earmarked.
We are facing dwindling resources for managing refugees from the global community. And that is giving us a lot of pressure, is a lot of strain on us, because the needs for refugees cannot be fully met, and the host communities are also, we are not meeting their needs to the fullest.
It is because of such needs that refugees are made part of Uganda's National Development Plan. This is the position that Uganda is taking to the Global Refugee Forum in Geneva.
I must say, globally, over the years, Uganda has been considered the most hospitable country for refugees. And our treatment of refugees, how we receive them, how we manage them, has been exemplary.
The Global Refugee Forum is due to take place in December 2023, and Uganda is one of the co-hosts. Minister Hilary Onek says preparations are underway to bring all stakeholders on board.
We have sat together with the various stakeholder ministries like health, local government, education, agriculture, etc., to come up with what we are going with to Global Refugee Forum.
At the end of the June 2023 Refugee Conference by IGAD and East African countries, it was agreed that a uniform policy on refugees is adopted. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Well, Kampala city is currently facing serious issues of nearly impassable roads. Parliament has raised concerns over possible exaggerations in the construction costs of these roads. In response to these concerns, members of the August House have called for an audit to investigate the expenses related to road constructions under Kampala Capital City Authority.
The report processed the findings of the Auditor General on the financial statements of the authority.
It recommended that the Auditor General conducts a special audit into the cost of roads in Kampala within 6 months from the date of adoption.
The government's budget for the financial year 2023-2024 revealed a 2.2 trillion loan had been secured to address flooding, traffic congestion, poor roads, infrastructures, and unsignalized junctions in the greater Kampala metropolitan area. These funds are projected to upgrade 504 kilometers of roads, including junction signalization in 8 urban authorities. However, all this seemed to be a drop in the ocean as Kasese continues to grapple with the same issue. The government secured other funds from the African Development Bank, a project costing $288 million to oversee rehabilitation and reconstruction of over 30 roads across the city. Following the alleged inflation of road reconstruction units, the Kasese's Deputy Executive Director David Luyimbazi and the Director Engineering Department, Augustus Akankwasa, have come out to clarify on the ongoing rehabilitation works project.
We've received about $288 million from African Development Bank to reconstruct, rehabilitate about 69 kilometers of roads in Kampala. We've signed 4 contracts of those. And why am I taking this approach? Because somebody may say we've gotten 4 billion and it's going to cause a market change in the condition of roads in Kampala. No, because the roads are dead, we have to look at different ways of mobilizing resources.
The drainage on our roads, we have covered drains, culverts, and they run on 2 sides of the roads. That is a cost. Then we have the pavement itself, and this pavement is not the ordinary pavement. It's because of the traffic of Kampala. The pavement is designed in such a way that it is fit for purpose. So we have where we grade the road, then put the gravel, compact. Then you have seen us put like some things called like stones. In our language we call it CRR, crushed rock. And then after that we compact, we put something to seal, which we call primer. And then we put a big thickness of asphalt, compact, and give you a road. And that is a cost.
Examples of roads from each lot include the first lot with reconstruction of 4.4 kilometers of Wamala Road along Ntinda Chisasi at a cost of 6.17 billion per kilometer, including general costs. Under the same is 2.02 kilometers of Mutesawan Road, which was upgraded to a paved status at a cost of 5.86 billion per kilometer, including general costs. Under the second lot, widening and setting up of signals of 3.46 kilometers of the old Port Bell Road, Spring Road, including 2 junctions which were implemented at a cost of 5.4 billion, including the general costs. 5th Street, 6th Street, 7th and 8th Street on Namuwongo Road in industrial area were also reconstructed under the third lot of works at a total cost of 24.07 billion, inclusive of the general costs. Lot 4 included the reconstruction of 8.1 kilometers of Salama Road in Machindye and widening of the Kasubi Northern Bypass at a cost of 4.5 billion and 5.2 billion respectively. The Masiro Road in Lubaga is being constructed under Lot 5 of the project with a stretch of 2.1 kilometers costing 8.1 billion respectively.
The unit cost, for example, for Chira Road, let me give an example for Kayemba Junction, which has both a junction and a structure. You see it is 9.8 billion. But then, when you go to another road, and I pick it like for example, Muzito Road, you find it is 5.7 billion. So you'll see 5, even there is a one for 4.5, Queens Way, 4.5 what? Billion. So I want to assure the public that these contracts have been sourced in a competitive way, and we have got prices which reflect value for money.
It is worth noting that most of the paved roads have served far beyond their full design lifespan of 20 years and are due to overhaul or reconstruction, which explains the high prevalence of potholes and other road damages.
Span of the roads we're constructing is 15 years. But some people are asking, you mean in 15 years we do another road? The answer is no. That's the design life, but it can be prolonged even into 30 years if you maintain it very well. And an example is these roads. You have Kampala Road here. All of you have you are born when you saw Kampala Road. It's there, and its design life was not 100 years. It was around 10 years, but it's still there because it has been maintained very well.
With regard to forward maintenance of roads through pothole filling, some potholes are created and left out, resulting into accidents.
Because the economy was still peaking. But as of now, that policy of cutting and leaving, you will not see it. You will not see it. Those which you see were cut long ago. But when we cut, immediately we do what? We fill. So you are very right, and I agree with you. We are not supposed to cut and leave for months. We are supposed to cut and what? And fill.
Emphasis was also put on ground follow-ups during infrastructure reconstruction.
So we had a little affirmation on what is really in the documents, but we're skeptical on what is on ground. So as council, we agreed that the Committee of Engineering be in touch with what is going on ground.
As the authority longs to reshape the city's infrastructure, the main challenge it faces from the public is acquisition of right-of-way, hence delays in the works.
Everybody who is along our roads, if we ask you 3 feet, please give it voluntarily. We do not. This is a donor-funded project, and government is supposed to give right-of-way, and we are all government. We need to embrace development so that we get these funds utilized quickly and in the right way.
Relatedly, delay in revamping of such infrastructure has birthed issues of flooding in the city. Akankwasa, however, calls for public's participation in reducing floods as a short term, as the city works on the long-term solutions.
We also need to be responsible citizens. I think you have watched when it rains in Kampala. You have watched at the narrow points of the drainage system. What do you find there? Bottles and bottles and bottles and Kasese and and Kavera and everything, including old clothes. So we are also dumping waste into our drainage system, and that's what sometimes causes the blockage of these systems.
Banana peels, you find there Vera, everything coming from up where garbage has been now dumped and comes into drainage channels. I want to ask the people and the citizens of Kampala, let's manage our solid waste responsibly. We shouldn't dump it anywhere because it will help us also to manage floods.
Following the president's directive of having all those constructing in wetlands to vacate, Akankwasa believes that the move will play a pivotal role in addressing flooding in the cities, since wetlands act as catchment areas for water.
Then another issue, which is the cause of floods, are people invading wetlands, and I think it is very, very wrong for people to start invading these wetlands. And that also goes with the people who construct over drainage channels and close to drainage channels. So still, we need the cooperation of people.
Hakim Kiza, a councillor sitting on the City Executive Committee, says there are a lot of buildings constructed in wetlands without approval, and the technical wing at the Kasese is quiet about it.
Surely, many assertive members of the city are questioning that, do we have professional planners? Do we have professional building inspectors? or we just picked people outside there and we named them under those titles. So it's one of the issues which must be questioned, but it is as a result of the impunity which is in Kampala, whereby the technicals do not appreciate and respect the elected people, and the elected people hold the responsibility and the mandate of the entire public.
Kampala City has a total road network of 2,100 kilometers, of which only 30% are paved roads, while the rest accounting for 70% are unpaved or earth roads. However, with the funding from government to have this situation turned around, Kasese is still constrained by the limited budget provisions to having the city's infrastructure revamped. We should note that a fully reconstructed road should have elements of road signals, street lights, and drainage channels, among others. These roads are projected to be completed in a period of 3 to 4 years. Justine Nakami, UBC News.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge.
Wanono tuli bukoto era lero wetugenda ogaba pichi yaffe eri omwanguzi waffe wano wetuze.
I'm so excited and I'm sure even all the people, all the staff at Kwaliwath are all excited. We thank you very, very much.
Myaka 25 nga MTN wereza naye nga buli week tugaba pichi 5.
Very, very excited. I'm excited about MTN giving back to its customers. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, MTN. The fact that we have won really shows that people like Mama. Their services are really nice. MTN, your services are okay. The network is good. We are satisfied.
Chikola sense ne? Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or gift.
Get freaky too. Dial *100*0# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *100*0#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *100*0# to get started.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bioresearch Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703-152-152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
Otyo mbakemye lubona mubeere mulikola ki
ndidde kulagirira ono ngeri gye bawaayo ku mbaga ya mwene ng'akozesa momope.
Eisimu eriwa gye buli kuba.
Tola y'essimu wena nakobya erioni g'essimu towulira.
Eisimu yindi.
Niga sita ndala mukaaga etaano sita isatu otewe ashi onige yesi balese ekyawo.
Balese merchant code gye balisaba. Mama kadi bati.
Kayo obuuza ono wa kitamu nsanvu nsanvu mirundi esatu.
Balisaba.
Kitamu esente lewe.
Amount. Baleta mobile money.
Mobile money.
Bali kunsaba pini.
Ebutawo tampini yo.
Iwa imwe. Sasula.
Aye baba, embaga ya mwene mwekuwoniza.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or gift.
Get freaky too. Dial *100*0# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *100*0#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *100*0# to get started.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Welcome back. Now, in the world of business, we want to go through our financial markets and see how we've performed this week. And of course, as we start, let us have the preview and start off with the Forex. We look at the forex market, the shilling traded at 3,764.83, that is buying, and 3,774.83 selling. That was the opening price, and it closed at 3,767.50. That was an appreciation, and of course selling at that price. Now on the Uganda Securities Exchange, as you can see, there was not much a change in the price movements. We had 47 deals exchanging hands on the counter, and a few price movements on Stanbic Bank Uganda Limited, MTN, and Bank of Baroda Uganda to trigger a bit of activity there on the counter. As we can see, Bank of Baroda taking the lead. The turnover stood at 17.2 million shillings, and then the local share index stood at 278.34. And as we look, there was some great performance on two specific counters, and that was Bank of Baroda Uganda and SBU to make some activity on the bows.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or gift.
Get freaky too. Dial *100*0# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *100*0#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *100*0# to get started.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
And into the world of sports, the Crested Cranes, Uganda's women football team, defeated Cameroon women 2-0 in the first leg of the second round of the African Olympic Games women qualifiers. The game, played last evening at Fufa Njeru Technical Center, showed Uganda's dominance from the start to finish, with Catherine Nagadia scoring Uganda's first goal in the 11th minute and Fazil sealing the victory in the 77th minute, giving a 2-0 win and a 2-0 aggregate in the first leg.
Very good win, 2-0 at home, but it is not yet over. I know the girls, they started at a low note because I'm a new coach to the team. You know, even the system, we played only one friendly. So I'm very happy that they played to my instructions because we were like singing it. We must win a home game, then we plan for the away game. We didn't go off our plan. And that is the reason why we came second half looking for a second goal and we kill off the game.
Playing Cameroon with such experienced players is a bit challenging, but we've tried to do each and everything. Yes, we're happy we won, but still have another task ahead of us. And I believe we can still make it, we can still qualify.
Difference as Cameroon still on the trail. They had it.
Well, thank you so much for keeping it with this. Right now, as we sign out, let's have the recap on our top stories. Villanova tours ginger best factories and hails President Museveni for steering development. First Lady Janet Museveni tours Mulago's specialized women and neonatal hospital. And Uganda defeats Cameroon 2-0 in the first leg. That's it from us. Thank you so much for allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. UBC programming continues, but for us, it's a good night.
UBC, my name is Tessa Milu with your weather update. We're experiencing thunder showers dominating most parts of the country. Nevertheless, other areas are still having sunny intervals. Seeing the satellite picture over Africa, we're having the rain belt hovering most parts of Africa, including our country, Uganda, bringing us the rain that we're having lately. Tomorrow morning, we expect to wake up with light thunder showers in Akaputesti, Kampala, and other areas, apart from Masaka, where we are seeing sunny intervals. Moving into the eastern part, we are waking up to a bright sunny day across Salty, but the rest of the place to a light showers. Moving the western stretch to a bright sunny day apart from Masindi, where we're seeing light rains. The northern sector is expected to have a light sunny day in the morning hours across parts of Karamoja regions, but the rest of the places like Gulu, Lila and Alua are expected to have light rains. The afternoon hours, we are seeing a pickup of thunder showers dominating most parts of the central, including Akaputesti, Kampala at maximum 26 degrees Celsius, Nakasongola with 27, Masaka with 28 degrees Celsius. The eastern sector with thunder showers dominating that side too at the maximum 27 degrees Celsius across Jinja and Tororo, but Salty was 29 degrees Celsius. With the afternoon hours across the western stretch, we're having 28 degrees Celsius dominating most parts, 29 across Kasese and Kabale with the row with 23 degrees Celsius. The afternoon stretch in the northern sector, we're having a pickup of thunder showers dominating that side also at a maximum 30 degrees Celsius across parts of Karamoja, 28 in the rest of the areas including the Arua sector. is moving out of Uganda to a few cities across the globe. We are forecasting sunny intervals, most parts like Nairobi at a maximum 26 degrees Celsius, Dubai with 32 degrees Celsius, and Cairo with 33 degrees Celsius, but London with the cloudy conditions at a maximum 15 degrees Celsius. Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Kasese, stay tuned and see you tomorrow.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or gift.
Get freaky too. Dial *100*0# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.